From CMC Media, this is The Crossroads. I'm Patrick Egan, publisher of the CM Journal. Well, earlier this week, RightScale Incorporated announced the RightScale Development and Test Solution Pack. So we're here today at RightScale to talk to Michael Crandell, CEO of RightScale Incorporated. So, Michael, tell me a little bit about this new Dev Test Solution Pack and what it really means to the Dev Test audience and how it's going to enable them to use cloud computing better.
Certainly. So the Development and Test Solution Pack that we're announcing this week had kind of an interesting genesis. Of course, it's meant for programmers and QA teams and R&D departments to get started using the cloud, but the way we came to it was interesting. We didn't come to it by starting in Dev and Test. We came to it because over the last 3 years, as we've brought more and more customers to using cloud computing, almost all of them are doing production systems in the cloud. And by that I mean business critical, revenue generating operations. These customers range from companies like Zynga and the social gaming giants to biopharmas like Eli Lilly and Johnson & Johnson, media companies like ESPN, PBS, Sony Music, etc. So a whole wide range of companies, but running their businesses in the cloud. But what we woke up and realized is they're not just running the production systems, they're also using the whole life cycle from development, test, staging, etc., and then through to production, and they're gaining huge benefits. So we just basically looked at our customer base, saw what they were doing. We also found that the number 2 requested type of utilization of cloud computing is development and test, based on surveys of customers and users. And then finally we realized this is a really interesting on-ramp to cloud computing for companies who don't want to, for example, immediately jump into running their production systems in the cloud because of various reasons. They want a way to get used to it first. And finally, it solves a real business problem. If you look at dev and test organizations today, they're under increasing pressure to do more with less. Everybody's cutting budgets, it's harder to allocate resources, time to market is a huge priority and people are pressed to deliver faster and faster, and the allocation times to get compute resources continue to kind of get drawn out. So the real business problem it solves is giving agility back to the developer so that they can get started more quickly and get the work done that's expected of them.
So tell me, what would somebody do without your solution pack? How difficult would it be for them to deploy and really test and develop in the cloud?
If you're talking about getting started in the cloud anyway, so what they typically have to do is it's easy to request allocation of resources, but then you have to start dealing with, am I dealing with a well-known replicatable development environment that I can copy from a single server environment to a multi-server test lab all the way through to a scalable production environment, and can I be assured that the configuration of the software is really the same throughout those and predictable and reliable. So there's a lot of manual work that goes into that if you don't have RightScale. We are not an absolute turnkey solution here in the sense of platform as a service where you just plug your code in and everything happens automagically, as it were. What we are is a set of a platform, a set of reference architectures, pre-built components, and professional services that help companies get on-ramped very quickly with the same kind of ease of use of a turnkey platform. But the payoff is, by the end of the process, you still have complete transparency and visibility into the entire stack, so that at any point along the way at load testing or in production, if you need to get in and tweak something and customize it because that's what you want to do, that's the way your company does it, or it's a special need you have full capability to do that.
Well, that sounds good. Well, I know RightScale recently just announced a new round of funding as well, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And so, where is RightScale going in the future with this new infusion of cash?
Well, thanks very much. We're really excited about that. There are 3 areas we're going to continue to invest in. One, of course, is the core product. RightScale got in on the very early end of cloud computing and tends to be kind of a state-of-the-art driver of pushing the boundaries of automation, lifecycle support, and so on in the core platform. So that's one investment area. A second is going to be geographical expansion globally. So we've been, if anything, surprised by the acceleration of cloud platforms popping up everywhere. And of course, as a management platform, we live on top of these cloud infrastructures. And they're moving everywhere. Even Amazon.com now has regions on both sides of the US, in the UK, in Singapore now, and they've announced that soon they'll have one in Japan. And so the writing's on the wall there, not to mention other cloud providers ranging from Fujitsu, Rackspace, et cetera, all over the world. And we feel that there's a great opportunity to move RightScale along with these cloud providers. And finally, partners. We want to really support an array of partners ranging from ISV partners who want to publish their software on a portable platform that allows their customers to choose the infrastructure that they run on based on their own requirements and needs, through to system integration partners who have consulting practices where their customers are saying, help us get onto cloud, and their deliverable, so to speak, is projects that help people move to cloud. RightScale's a great platform to enable them to do that and preserve freedom of choice around infrastructures also. So those are the three areas: core platform, partner expansion and support, and global reach.
Great. Well, thanks for joining me today. It's been great news on both fronts.
Thanks very much, Patrick. It's been a pleasure.
All right. So for more information about RightScale, you can visit them at rightscale.com.